Hey guys, James here, TCGU University, coming back at you with another deck profile from our campus championship. So this week we're doing our first round of Libra's Souls characters, and I chose to build Cervantes. Let me know what you guys think about this deck when we get at the end of it. I had a lot of fun building this deck. I built it more around a destroy your opponent's foundations and burn them to death kind of build. As far as I know, it did not do too well in the tournament. I had to take a break from a couple of things. I played in like the latter half of it, so somebody else got to play this, and I heard that it was it just kind of got blown out by another character, which is fine, I guess. But let me know what you guys think, and let's get into the profile. Okay, guys, Cervantes is a 720 air, death, and void character with 2 abilities. E, destroy 1 foundation. If your attack is blocked, your opponent loses 2 vitality, playable while committed. And then R once per turn. After you block an attack, your attacks get +3 damage until the end of your next turn. So it's really cool to like doing it on our turn gives you 3 damage until the end of your next one. And then like doing it on our opponent's turn is also very strong. So I believe there's a few reversals in here as well. He's a 7 for 20, so he's a small boy, but we try to keep up on making sure they have no foundations to try and keep up with them. So let's get into the rest of it. I wanted to play 3 Bang because he's a pirate, and all pirates have 1 shot in their pistol all the time. Bang Bang. So I wanted to play Bang. If our attack's not blocked, because our opponent for whatever reason doesn't want to block, we can deal 3 more, but it's mainly to make sure that we seal problem characters or problem cards to make sure we either don't die, our opponent doesn't try to kill us, or we get to kill our opponent because of a problem card we sealed. So that's really good. 1 deliverance, like I said, we're a small boy, and losing to something like shotgun would be kind of dumb. So I didn't want that happening. And then we're playing 2 prepare to fight. Make sure we block things like Cherry-Toe really well. This doesn't stop Cherry-Toe. Make sure we block things really well as just making sure that this doesn't stop Cherry-Toe. Making sure that we just block things perfectly. We have a small amount of health, and we don't want to lose it. 1 Swordfish for the same reason. Anytime our opponent loads up on a problem attack we can't block or don't want to block, we just get rid of it. On to the attacks. We're playing 3 Adads, Great Shears. It's a powerful 3 reversal weapon with 3. It's a 3 low for 3. Then E, opponent's turn. If this attack is not blocked, your opponent destroys 1 ready foundation. So basically, if they do block, they're going to burn for 2. And if they don't block, they're going to take 3, and I'm going to destroy a ready foundation, which just seems really good. Especially so, like it ends up being like either a breaker 1 or basically a breaker 1. So either way, I get an advantage out of it. We're playing 3 Casa de Leviathan, House of the Leviathan. It's a 7 for 5. Has the ability E if your opponent is in desperation, or is in deadlock, or is in desperation. Add the top 2 cards of your deck to your momentum, and it uses that momentum through its other E. Discard 1 momentum. Destroy 1 of your opponent's foundations. Your opponent may discard 1 card or lose 2 vitality to cancel this effect. This enhance is playable any number of times this enhance step. So basically we reversal and we do other cool things to kind of load up on momentum to play the Casa de Leviathan, to then just try to either make them discard their entire hand and kill them with what's in our hand, or burn them to death and or destroy their entire staging area, which is just super strong in my opinion. And being a 7 for 5 is nothing to just like laugh about. Like, it's going to be incredibly hard to block this, and then if you do, you still take 2 of Cervantes, and if you don't, you're taking the 5, which is probably what I want anyways. 2 Flame Aura, just make sure we block really easy on high attacks, as well as just giving another burn outlet for Cervantes. We're playing 2 Genocide Culverin. It's a safe reversal, 2 high for 2. Our card pull, discard 1 card. After your unblocked weapon attack deals damage, your opponent loses 2 vitality, only playable if there are no other copies of this card in your card pool. So we're playing Casa de Leviathan, Great Shears, and Hyper Bomb as our weapons. And if any of those are unblocked, our opponent's going to burn for another 2 if we get the chance. It's just a 2 high for 2, but if they do block it, They burn for 2. If they don't, they take this 2. And then the other ability is E. If your opponent does not attempt to block this attack, they discard 1 card. Meaning I'm going to make them get rid of 1 card either way from their hand. We're playing 3 Guilt Seeker. Guilt Seeker is really good because we're trying to do the Destroy Foundations concept. E. If you have played this attack's multiple ability, destroy one of your opponent's assets or foundations. And then E. If your opponent has no assets, this attack and your next attack gets +2. So not even the multiple. Just the next attack gets +2 damage. It's a 4 low for 4 with no. It's a 5 div with no block, but it destroys foundations. It's really good and does what we want. 2 homing missiles. First E, destroy one of your opponent's foundations. They can pay 3 to cancel. So either way, I get what I want. I either burn you or you destroy a foundation. And then it's a 3 mid for 4 that if they do block, they burn for another 2 anyways. So it's super good. 2 hyper bomb. If it's not blocked, I'm going to get to draw a card. If it is blocked, they'll burn for 2. It's a 3 high for 5 with stun. A 3 low for 5 with stun 2. It's super good, and the way I'm playing it with Cervantes is kind of like a no-win scenario trap star. We'll do that one last, I guess. 2 takedown. If it's not blocked, I'm going to get to add another attack to my hand. If it is blocked, they lose 2. Like I said, I'm doing a bunch of like tech trapping things just to make sure our opponent gets into bad situations. And then 1 skull barrier to try and just kind of make sure we don't die, get a momentum, save ourselves, or just like block reversal with Cervantes and get 3 damage for the next attack for the rest of the game or the rest of the turn until our end of our next turn is very good. On to the foundations. I'm playing 2 Most Trusted Assassin. Pay 1 to be able to neg a check, and then first form, your opponent reveals 1 card from the hand, and you know what's in their hand, meaning they'll be the first card they attempt to block with, or the first card they discard, meaning you're still influencing them to get rid of it, which is what you want. Then we're playing 4 Cage Fighter to make them check bed, overcommit, and give us more options, more time to just destroy their staging area. We're playing 4 Conquest of Terror. If your opponent's in desperation, this attack gets +2 or -4 speed, and then E flip, this attack gets -2 speed. It's a good spam with a low block, which is super, super strong. 4 New Empress in Netherrealm. It's a pay 3 to draw a card, or at desperation, we can look at the top card of our opponent's deck to know what they're checking and try to put them in the worst situations. 1 Tank. A lot of the characters, in my opinion, from SoulCal benefit from their once per turn abilities, or at least just trying to use their ability once and just being able to negate that. Like Xiang Minaz and Mitsurugi have 2 very good once per turn abilities, and being able to turn that off is very good. 1 Street Fighter. Not a lot of people play this card, but I like it. Draw 2 cards, only playable if your opponent, if you have taken damage this turn. So not lost vitality, but taken damage. So if you have been hit by something by an attack, you get to draw 2 cards at some point. It's really good. Gives us more defense. We're playing 1 Nightmare Terrors to block things like Missile Launcher, Nutcracker, Cherry Toe. Just really strong low attacks that are too fast or are just going to put me in a bad situation if I have to commit out for something. 1 Solomon's Teachings. Same thing, but more of like universal. I can commit to change the speed of an attack to 3. Basically making something blockable, or at least making it to where I'm not going to commit too many cards to do it. Then we're playing 3 Blood for Blood. We pay 2 to make it to where if our opponent blocks our attack, they lose 2. So we make them into a double loss situation. If they don't block, I'll search. So like if it's like takedown. If they don't block, I'll search for another attack. But if they do block, they'll lose 4. It just makes it to where either way, I'm hitting you for 4. Discard a card and make sure I don't pick him an attack, please. 2 Celestial Being. We play a few reversals, so getting 3/3 on something is really good. But it's mainly in there to make sure our opponent doesn't stop us or commit too many of our cards on defense. Then because we do play reversals, we're playing 3 Ring the World of Outsiders. We can give +2. We can commit it for +2/+2 to our next attack, usually a reversal, or flip it to give +1/+1 to our current attack, also usually a reversal. That one's play well committed, the flip one. We're playing 3 Answers No One. We destroy foundations to do cool things with our ability. So being able to flip to draw an extra card just means we're replacing this card we're about to destroy. It's really good. And then 3 Unwittingly Evil. This card's really good. It makes our opponent burn for the number of keywords on their card. So for things like, I guess the best one would be, I guess. That sucks. The best one to explain would be like either Hyper Bomb or Takedown. better one would be like Missile Launcher. I'll see if I can pull it out of this deck box that's in front of me. But basically, they'll lose Vitality to like the Desperation 3 or the Stun. And then, so like, here we go. I got it. So like for like Missile Launcher, it has Stun 2, EX2, Powerful 4. If they play this attack, they're going to burn for 8 off this Missile Launcher because a 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 4 is 8. They get to burn 8. And if I have 3 of these out, 8, 16, 24, it's just a bunch of damage. So that's why I really enjoy Unwittingly Evil. It super contributes to our ability and what we're trying to do with the deck, as well as just being a deterrent from our opponent playing big attacks we don't want them to play. Thanks again for checking out the profile, guys. If you want to support us, go to patreon.com/TCGUniversity. Throw us whatever you can out there. If you can't, don't worry about it. All of our content that you would get early with Patreon does come out on YouTube later, so make sure to always check out that. If you liked my Cervantes deck, make sure to let me know down in the comments below. I love all your guys' comments. I want to hear what you guys think of it, things I can improve on it, things you liked about it, just your own deck list in general if you want. Start a conversation, guys, about it. If you want to help us and you can't support us on Patreon, don't worry. Just throw us a like, comment, share, subscribe. Share. Make sure to share with your friends, share with your mom, share with everybody. The more subscribers we get, the better, the more encouraged we get. So thank you guys for helping us get to 500 in general. We super love that. And as always, guys, stay learned.